What's going on, YouTube family? It's an exciting Sunday at 11:45 on September 22nd. I'm sitting in a hotel room by my own choice because we've been shut down for the whole weekend since Friday, which is cool because I was getting pretty burned out after trying to run in team mode. I give anyone who does it and can do it kudos. I am not one of those people that can do it. I cannot sleep in that truck while it's bouncing around, even on the bottom bunk, because my trainer has a policy in his truck, even though Celadon doesn't have the policy, that you are not allowed to be on the top bunk while the truck's moving. But my trainer won't. He has his own policy, and it's cool. It's easier to sleep on the bottom bunk than the top, I will say that much. It doesn't buck as hard. Okay, it doesn't buck as hard, but yeah. So, but I still can't sleep. So when we got in Friday, he shut us down until Saturday morning. Then he discovered a problem with the truck. It was the fuel filter was clogging up, and he's an owner operator, so he took it into the shop to have him replace that and got that taken care of. And then he tried to get us a load, and the first load with any distance on it that he could get doesn't leave till tomorrow morning, Monday morning. So that's why we're still sitting here. So yesterday, after we came to that conclusion and he said, you know, this is what we're doing and blah blah blah, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go get a hotel room and I'm gonna sleep on a bed instead of that miserable mattress on the top bunk in that truck. And I slept like a baby last night. It was so wonderful. Nice king bed to stretch out in. The problem with having the window open here in the hotel, retards outside. And anyway, this morning I got up and got around, got me some Denny's. Ooh. Got some nice Denny's breakfast, and then gave me that cup of coffee to take with me. Did my laundry, got all my laundry caught up again. That was nice. Been just chilling here in the hotel room. I was able to watch the church live stream this morning, which was nice because I missed it last week. I tried to catch it because we were sitting still at that time, but I couldn't get a solid network connection to be able to watch. So it is what it is. So we roll out tomorrow, going down to Texas again, which is cool. Give us another 1,300 miles, I think, where we're going. And then we get a run coming back this way, and either Thursday or Friday we'll be back here in Indy. Then I get to test out, and hopefully I can get on the dedicated run out of Fort Wayne. That's going to be cool if I can get that worked out and be on that run. I'll get to be home more often. And so ready for training to be over. This second trainer, he's better in a lot of ways than my first trainer, but he has his own quirky things but you know, I think you're going to run into that with almost anybody, you know, when you're put into a situation with someone you don't know and you have to try and make the best of it, you know. But I don't know how the company could screen their trainers better to keep people with these wild emotional issues out. I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it. This guy's been a lot easier to deal with in a lot of ways, and I have got the experience that I needed. I did get to do a lot of backing since I've been with him. Something I did not get with my first trainer at all. Yeah, I drove forward, probably 3,000 miles, over the time I was with him. We ran 24. We ran about 4,000 miles total, and I probably drove somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 of those miles myself with the first trainer. This trainer I've done 612, probably somewhere between 15 and 1,800, maybe a little more than that even, because I drove a lot. We left out, what did we leave out? Hang on, I'll tell you. We left out on Sunday. That's right, because I remember now, because that was a nightmare night. I didn't get to bed till almost 2 a.m. We left out Sunday afternoon a week ago today, and I drove, let's see, I drove all those miles. Trainer didn't drive any of them. I'll find that again. I drove 454 the first day, and that was an interesting day. I'll get back to that in a minute. I got some other video to show you on that. 454 the first day, 1174 over 2 days, so that was almost 600 miles a day. And then, so that was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we were in Texas on Tuesday. Wednesday we went into team mode, and he drove, look at this here, we roll out on this one. We grabbed this one Wednesday morning and rolled out, and he took off driving, and he drove, this one was 1324, and he drove probably 400 miles maybe at the most. Nah, he didn't even drive that far. He drove more like 180 miles. And then I took off and drove it probably, I think I did somewhere in the neighborhood of 650 that night, because I just had it to the floor and I didn't stop. Stopped like twice to go to the bathroom, and that was it. And then he finished up the next morning and made the deliveries. It was a 2-stop delivery. And then the next one we had, I drove pretty much all of it, because by the time we got done screwing around, getting a trailer and getting situated, actually I did drive all of it, because he drove to the pickup, and then I took off from there and drove it all the way to the delivery and delivered it. So that was Thursday night. I drove all night. 504 miles on that one total. Then our next load got canceled, which is how we ended up spending the weekend here in Indy. And our load tomorrow is 1348. And I don't know how much of that we're actually going to do in team mode, because the appointment windows are Monday morning to pick it up and Wednesday to deliver it. Wednesday morning to deliver. So we probably won't run this one in too much of a team mode, because it can't be, from what I've understand so far, it can't be delivered early. So that gets us back up here with one more, possibly 2 more loads by Friday, so I can test out and get issued my own truck. Now, about that Sunday excitement. Let me look at this here one more time. Yeah. So Sunday we had an empty move to go pick up a trailer, because there were no trailers at the Indy yard. So we did this empty move, and we went to Walmart distribution center and picked up an empty trailer. When we get there, start to pre-trip the trailer, it's got a flat tire. Call it in, they send out road rescue to come and repair the tire. Come to find out, the reason the tire was flat was because the rim was bent, because obviously someone had hit something and bent the rim. Well, the guy brought an extra tire, but he didn't bring an extra rim. So he took the tire with him and left us there waiting on him. He came back 45 minutes or it was probably more like an hour later with the tire with the new rim and the tire that was from the old rim, which I was really concerned about because, you know, you got physical damage on a rim, chances are there's damage to the tire itself. So anyway, he put it back on the trailer, and while he was gone, we went ahead and inspected the other tires. Found a couple of bulges in one, found uneven wear spots on one where you got the width of the tire of the tread, and like on one edge it was like completely peeled off, like this wide, all the way down flat almost. So, but the tire tech, he looked at them and he said, oh, it'll be alright, so fine, whatever. So he got the tire replaced, or got the rim replaced, got everything put back together. We got on the way. We went and picked up our load, decided just to head back to the Indy terminal because it wasn't that far away. And we went back to the Indy terminal and spent the night. Then we got up. I take that back. We did that Saturday. Then we got up Sunday and got on the road, headed to, we actually didn't get on the road till early afternoon because we didn't have that far to go to make this delivery, and it couldn't be there before midnight. So my trainer was like, you know, we'll just hang out here for a while. Like, okay, whatever. So finally we get on the road and get headed out. We get to just before the Indiana-Kentucky state line, and that same tire, oh, before I go say this, before I finish that, whenever you go into the Indy yard, you have to go through the trailer inspection bay. Trailers get completely inspected, tires, tread depth, brakes, everything is supposed to be fully inspected before the trailer is allowed to leave there. And they ended up changing the tire with the bulge and the two tires that had the really bad weird wear with the groove. They ended up changing those two tires, or those three tires on the trailer, but left the one with the brand new rim. Okay. Now we're running 40, I think we were running 40,000 pounds. I don't remember if I wrote that down. No, I didn't. I think we were running like 40,000 pounds in the box. I know we were heavy. We get on the road, we get 5 miles, literally 5 miles away from the state line. We were at the 5.5 mile marker, and I got to experience my first blowout. That was a treat. And we're just driving along, and all of a sudden, boom! And I looked over at him, and he looks at me, and I said, we just had a blowout. And he said, where is it? I said, it's got to be on the trailer because I don't feel it in the tractor. So we slowed down and got off the side of the road. He dives out of the truck, and I grab the Qualcomm and start typing in the message to road maintenance that we blew out a tire and where we were. And he jumps back in the truck and he says, you are not going to believe this. I said, it's the tire with the brand new rim. And he said, yep. I said, I figured. So here's some video from the side of the road when that happened.
Here under under the viaduct because we blew a tire on the trailer. And I'm not sitting in the truck. My trainer can sit in the truck all he wants. But after I saw that accident up in Fort Wayne where the driver was killed, I ain't sitting in no truck while it's broke down on the side of the highway, especially not a 3-lane highway with traffic as heavy as it is on a Sunday night. So, if my voice doesn't make it through on this, I'll have to re-record it at the house, I guess. Hopefully you guys can hear me talking over the loud traffic. I go sit down there towards the grass, but I don't want to bake in the sun, so. Yep, that's where we're at. We're sitting down here, broke down. Got my little triangles out. Oh, there you go. There's my little triangles. There's the truck. All broke down and sitting still. The tire on, where's my finger? There it is, okay. The tire on this guy right here, the inside tire on that axle, is the one that had a bent rim. And they replaced the rim and said the tire was good. Obviously the tire was not good because, yep. And the sad thing is we just stopped at a rest area just a little bit ago, not 5 miles back. Jeez. Not 5 miles back, we stopped at a rest area, and the tire was fine. And we got back on the highway, and we were cruising along. We went 4 or 5 miles, and boom, the tire blew out. It's my first blowout pulling a truck, or pulling a trailer, driving a big truck. So now I know what that's like. I know how much fun it is to try and get your triangles out and get them situated outside the truck. But anyway, that's my fun for today.
So, yeah, that was exciting. Got to experience my first blowout. Wasn't on the tractor, of course, like I said. But I'm gonna have to go close that window because someone thinks they need to sit outside in their car and blare their. Anyway, yeah, so got to experience going through the whole processes and procedures of dealing with road maintenance and having to talk to them over the phone and this and that, and waiting for a different company. I forget what their company name was. Another place that came out and changed the tire for us. And as soon as we told him what happened about them putting that same tire back on the rim, he said, "I can't believe they would do that. That's just crazy." But he got it changed. We got moving. We ended up being a little late for our delivery. That was another night. It was like 1:30 in the morning before we got shut down, and we were supposed to be there at midnight. That's why I say, don't wait to start moving down the road. Get on the road. If you get it there 2 hours early, hit a truck stop, relax for a while, and then, go in, make your delivery. I realize that you got to play with the clock game, and I understand that. But when you've got 5 hours of driving, you should leave 7 to 8 hours. Give yourself a window of time. That way, if you get down there early, you still got plenty of time on your clock. You can go off duty, take a break. When it's time to pull over there and deliver, go back on the clock, go over and make your delivery. But don't wait till the last minute to hit the road. We left with like what I would describe as something like maybe 45 minutes to spare, half hour, 45 minutes, which I am surprised he would be willing to do that, considering the fact that him and I'd never run before until that moment. So he's having great faith that I'm gonna, get that truck moving. But not a lot you can do when you have a blowout. And in all honesty, what we should have done was grab that load and took off and headed down that way, you know, and like knocked out 2-3 hours of driving, spent the night, got a reset, got up the next day, finished out the run, you know, and then we could have had the blowout and it wouldn't have been any big deal. But whatever, I'm just a stupid little flunky student. I don't know anything. But I'd rather be in the vicinity early than be racing to get to the door late. It's just how I am. So, but yeah, wrap up training this week. Hopefully I can go home for the weekend, find out about getting on this dedicated run, then I'll tell you about that more in depth once I can get it all sorted out, and if I can get on it, and you know, everything. So that's where I'm at. So here's your overdue update. It's very hard, once again, being on a trainer's truck, to do any kind of videos or updates, because this trainer does not like to go to truck stops in general, but he really doesn't like to go to Pilot and Flying J, which I have paid for a month's subscription to internet at the Pilot Flying J, which is pretty much the only place that Celadon fuels the truck at. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but it's still hard to shoot video and edit it while you're laying in that top bunk, you know, basically dealing with someone who, you know, wants you to be involved in every aspect of every moment of their life. You know, it's it is what it is. But hopefully my next video will be it'll be a tour of the inside of my new Pro Star, my first company truck to consider getting. I'd like some feedback from you guys if you would be willing to. I'm looking at there's a company that makes a 12-volt microwave. It's called the Wave Box. It's a 12-volt microwave for the truck. Thinking about that. I'm also thinking about just getting a like a Sharp half pint 600 watt or something like that for the truck, to have a microwave on the truck. Company trucks do not come with inverters. Company trucks do not come with refrigerators. So I'm looking at a few different refrigerator options, but the big debate right now is microwave or not microwave, and what's, you know, is it going to be worth it to have? I like the idea because then I can make, when I can cook larger meals, package up the leftovers, put them in the fridge, in my 12-volt cooler, and have leftovers later, you know, whenever. So just trying to figure out ways to eat healthy. You know, I've had to spend a lot of money eating out while out on the training trucks. I don't know how these guys with no money around, I don't know how they do it, how they can survive it. The limited space you have to work with as a trainee, and you know, you have no cooking facilities unless your trainer has it and he'll let you use it. You know, there's been some trainers I've heard about that are absolutely great guys that just, you know, they do everything they can to help you, you know, be successful and be able to deal with the pressures of being on the road and doing the job. And I've also had my two trainers. They are what they are. But I don't, you know, even, you know, this trainer, I planned better. I took more protein bars and more breakfast bars and things that were healthier choices, but yet could easily be carried in the truck. But there's only so much of that stuff you can stand to eat before you need real, prepared food, not grab a couple bars out of the bag and chow them down. So anyway, I haven't looked. I'm gonna have me a look while I'm talking here. I don't remember where I'm at in subscribers. I'm gonna have some coffee. Ah, that's good stuff. So I'm gonna check the subscribers, but this is what I got for a giveaway, and unfortunately I don't have it here with me. It's back at the house. I do have one in the truck, but the truck's not here. The truck's over at the terminal, and I'm not going to walk 2.5 miles just so I can show it to you. Because I got one for myself, and I thought it was really cool. And the one I want to give away, I'd like to get the Truck Life logo put on it. Okay, it's a hat. It's a hat that's got LEDs built in on the bottom side. It's got a little push button. Runs on CR2032 watch batteries. It works on. It has, I think, 2 of those in it. And I bought one for myself. It's pretty cool. It is pretty handy to have at night. I'm not a big ball cap wearer anymore. I used to be when I was younger, but not so much anymore. But it is nice. It's kind of nice to have that with the little built-in light. So as of right now, I have 40 subs, which is awesome. So it's going to be the 50 sub giveaway. And what I'm going to do is when I hit that 50 sub, I'm going to post a video, and I'll let you know the details of how to get entered on that video so that you can have a chance to win that Truck Life hat when I get it printed up, which isn't going to be a big deal. So I got a place in Fort Wayne, I can go get it done. So there might be a few other goodies thrown in there to go with it for multiple winners. I'll decide that when we get to that point, but 40 subscribers just blows me away. Thank you to all of you, and yeah, so have a good one. We'll catch you guys later. I'll get you an update hopefully the end of this week as to if I got put into solo status and issued my own truck and what's in store next. So appreciate y'all being here. Peace.